VIX sitting right at 19. Got an alert here at 1870. I'll put it right here, 1877. If this breaks yesterday and overnight, the way this is looking, I'm surprised if it doesn't just keep going back up towards the prior day point of control. We got oil at yesterday's highs also, so if that breaks up and out, that could drive us lower. And we're coming back to the almost a 7,400 level on ES. Fair value is right at 407. Coming into those data lows right there. Seeing how we react at the this bottom of OR. We'll see if this can push back through. This is about the halfway back of this last little move. Got daily fair value just below us at 29,177.
Good morning.
Morning, Gary. How you doing?
I'm doing good, huh?
Good.
How are you?
Hey, doing good. Doing really good. We kind of hit this halfway back on this move down from the overnight. So it's between two draws right here.
Yeah, I'm already long for 24.
Okay.
Oh. Still very, very bullish.
Yeah, I don't think they want to dump this thing just yet. If we break the lows, though, I mean, we got to break below 195, then we might see something here. But overall, I mean, that buyback yesterday that was something.
Very telling.
I got to see this thing hold daily fair value. Coming right to daily fair value here. Let's see. This is testing out the overnight low, or not overnight low, data low, I should say. Got our overnight low right here at 410 on ES. NQ quite a bit lower. Yeah, I really want to see how we react kind of at this 180 level. See if this can hold. That's that first deviation, daily fair value. Not quite there on ES yet. Test of that 80. These are overnight lows right here on ES. So it looks like this is holding that first deviation, our Asia lows, daily fair value. Looking at ES, could take a long on ES. I still want to give this some more time to materialize. But nice little pop right there on NQ. That's beautiful. Coming right up to the session's point of control. Still getting bought up here. Hitting our head on that point of control and the bottom of OR here. If we draw this guy up right now, we basically came right to that 618. If this comes back down, that next target down would be 152. Bought right back up right there. Yes, definitely is in the point that I would like if I was looking for longs to take that, have a tighter stop, and it's had less of its move made so far. Again, I'm looking at MES. This looks all right here. I'm gonna flip over to MES. I like where that's sitting more so than in Q. I'm gonna tag in just two longs here, just two micros. I'm gonna have my stops. We're gonna risk 10 here. We're looking for 10, so about $100 of risk right there. Looking at that to kind of hold here at double bottom. If NQ breaks down below 180, that could flush really hard and fast. So watching out for that over here. Seeing how this double bottom acts on. Yes. We got lots of support right here at 410. So if this breaks, then we're going to be looking more bearish on the day if we broke 7,400. It's that fib target on NQ, and that point of control that would be looking for it to hold. Yeah, this may be quick here. Add my third, same stops here. Stops at 4.75. And we will we'll take that first one off at 18. We've got our advancers and decliners starting to climb back up right here, so I like this as a point of support. It may come down to 74. We'll see. We got the 7,400. I've got 405 as a level here on Bookmap that en route. But if that breaks, it should go right down to 74. So we'll see if this thing goes to 74. And I want to see if that holds. If that doesn't hold, then we're going to be looking more bearish. It's at 29.1. Let's see if 74 holds. If not, there's another quick 10 points down potentially.
That's halfway back on the long from yesterday's low for NQ.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at this. I'm going to jump back in here. This looks good. It's also overnight lows over here on NQ. I think we just jumped in just a hair too early here. Should have waited for the overnight lows on NQ to catch in that 74 test. This looks good. Could tighten risk here if we wanted. I'm gonna have one sell at 13 here. Halfway back is our entry point. Sell right at 13. Actually, I'm going to take one right here. Coming up to test that daily fair value on NQ. I don't love that we kind of hit our heads there. There's a little wall up here at 12 now on ES to break through. If we break through 12, we should see 19. It's going to be the second TP right there on the 21. So 21 on the 2-minute charts at 17 here. Get some room on this and we'll be moving the stops to break even. I'm going to tighten the stops up here to 402. This second contract at 406. That way if this just knifes down, it's not going to kill us. But if this thing can break through this like 15 area, we should see a pretty nice continuation up on MES. Just looking at NQ here, and we're really struggling with this the daily fair value. You got to see us get back above that. If we can get back into those 200s, it should be good. Just to keep going, get back up to this 250 area. There we go. Hit our head on 200 a little bit here on NQ. ES, just hitting our heads on some EMAs here at this 12 area. 12, 13.
Also the previous low off the open.
Yes. Right off of it at 1 minute. Still more room to go on ES here. Alright, I'm going to drag this stop up here to 411. Let's see if this guy can push. I'm going to trail a little tighter here. So locking in at 412.50. The second one we're going to move up to 407. For our sell stops, we got our limit at 418. It's going to get a pop to the upside. If we can get that 418, we'll remove this bottom stop. So just a little early on that first attempt at that. Could have looked at NQ and realized that we were going right down to overnight lows. Should have done that. So I like to look at both NQ and ES. So missed that one, but still able to catch this at re-entry. See if we can get up to this 14 here. We got a little tiny. I got my order at 18. We got a little wall here at 20. All right, so that took us out. I'm gonna get rid of the sell limit here. Let's see how we're doing on the day. Let's see. So we got one left in at 7 or 404. We'd be tagged out at 407.50 here. If this can hold, this will be nice. This will push us up into the bottom of the OR.
Looks like ES was rejecting the pre-market low right there.
Yeah, that's what we hit our head on, I believe. So the data. See if it can push through, though. That would be. We're back at the daily point of control right here, so we're going to have to push through. Got a little tiny wall at 419 to break through, 420. Still got that support at 7,400, though. That's about where we hit our head on NQ also. Pre-market low. Right at that daily point of control. And we're right at that halfway back on NQ also. So see if this can get a little push. Push on NQ should really drive us back up to this 420 area here. There we go. Could see a little resistance at 419, 420. I'd like to see 435. That's really what I'd like to see here. Hopefully we don't get trailed out if we do get up that high. But once we get over 22 or 2022, we'll be trailing up kind of down to this point of control. Hit our head again right there. Don't love that. See if this is our push. Just gotta get, there we go. And trail this guy up to just 409.25 here. This breaks 410. We could see that 7,400 again. So got NQ selling off right now. So I don't want to give back all of that. If this holds 410, you should see 420. So I'm just tightening it up just a little bit. There's a little push. Let's see if this can get to 420 here. 16. It's It's just this wall right here at 417. I'm going to trail this guy up here to 714. This is where we may hit our head, this 20 area. If we just smack our head here and don't break through, coming back down. But kind of the counter draw on this, the short draw here, if we don't continue, basically we're right at that halfway back. And so that's what I'm being cautious of. We're right at that halfway back. That could drive us down below the 400. Lots of support at 400. NQ is looking weaker, and so that's why I'm trailing this guy a little bit more aggressively. If that makes sense. I just don't want to give back everything. We're locking in 10 points on ES, which is pretty decent. I'm happy with that on this runner, and with the way NQ is kind of curling down. VIX is at the bottom of its range, and that's what I'm curious if this decides to continue coming down and break, or if this bounces here. We do have ad climbing. It's still in the negatives. We got bank climbing also. So nothing wrong with being aggressive with these trails here just to lock in profit. The other thing that I'm looking at over here is we've got oil. That's climbing. So that could also drive us down. So there's a few reasons we could hit our head here. It's the fib. We do have a little wall right here. If we break through it, it'd be beautiful, and we'll be able to catch a lot more. But it's a point of decision for me right here, this 420 area. And with oil climbing, VIX right at its low that we haven't been able to break yet on the day. I just want to be cautious with that last one to lock in what we can get here. Dun, dun, dun. And we're out. Dun, dun, dun. It's right at the point of control. That is drawn from yesterday's open on NQ also, that we're kind of hitting our head on. So from this point here, I want to see if we get a pullback. I want to see how we react at this 7,400 area. So that's what I'm looking for is, okay, if we do come down, let's see what 7,400 looks like. On the flip side, if we come up, I want to see how we look kind of at this 35 area. The bottom of this OR, also kind of point of interest for me. For NQ, when we look at this, we're just stair-stepping, fibbing down really. So when we draw from this high to this low, came right back, 618, fib down. If we look at from open here, I'll draw from the pre-market. We're right at that halfway back. That could fib down also. So in a way, I'm looking at this as catch the next leg up. If we get a runner and it just keeps going, amazing. And then it's the next leg down. Again, really got to see how this reacts. The 720 area and even the bottom of the OR. NQ just chopping sideways here. ES is definitely stronger than NQ at the moment. Oh, there's NQ pushing. See, really struggling to break into that 420 area on ES.
Neither seems to have any interest in the range set by the news candle.
No, we're just below it. I mean, we hit our head on it over here on NQ, and when we look at this, it is just walking down. So this could be setting up for the next leg down. That's why I trailed on this ES so tight, because I'm like, damn, if ES just keeps, or NQ keeps just walking down, ES will eventually follow, even though it is stronger right now, especially if we give up this 413 and this point of control. I mean, we could. We've just got this huge wall at 420 we're going to have to get through. If we get through that, it's great. Just give it some time. That's all right. You know, if we get a nice fib pullback on ES, and maybe if NQ is right at, this be like a fib extension target on the short, maybe we could, right at daily fair value, maybe, but I don't want to just go counter trend just to go counter trend. This made a lot of sense right here at this 400. Again, I jumped the gun on that one. A little bit. I should have been watching NQ with this pre-market 100% or overnight, the Asia lows. So I jumped the gun on that one a little bit. So basically flat on the day because of that. But the play still worked. It was just too soon on that first time. Let's see. I mean, this is a nice pullback on NQ. We could come back and get back into that range, but and we are holding the point of control on ES, but man, I'm not loving either side right now, honestly. That's where I'm at with it. So we'll just keep waiting here. VIX, we look at VIX, it's just kind of moving sideways here. The nice thing is, I mean, the only thing kind of leaning for me bullish is we've got AD crawling out of its little hole. But that doesn't mean that, I mean, we're coming to the high today. It doesn't mean that just can't go right back down either. Oil, I mean, we're looking at oil here, and this thing's just going up. That leads me to believe this will come back down. So, yeah, we'll just wait. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Pretty much flat on the day. After the one L, one win. Same trade idea. Damn stop losses. Could have just martingaled. Can never lose.
Up when the smallest 1 minute candles are 20 points.
Mm-hmm. Like, what are we doing here? I mean, if you want to scalp a range, we've had it. Oh, that is insane, actually. Yeah. I said kind of yesterday, like I'm trading my live account more now, and it's like, yeah, we're doing MES. I mean, it's so much more chill. It's. I love NQ, but it's fun. And then I started with a smaller live account, so we'll get back to M and Q on the on my live account eventually, but I want to build that up to something sizable. All right, getting through this 420 here. Let's see if this thing, see if we can push over daily fair value here. We're gonna have to break through this 220. VIX still in its range. Let's see what USO is at. I've been waiting on USO to get into some puts further out. I haven't really gone up much from this point. I mean, they got up 50%, got back out from this little dip, but I'm looking to get back in some USO puts here. I've been getting the October 130s and about 1,200 or so a piece. But this move right here, I mean, they went up 50-60%, so that was nice. But looking at that, so I do like to see oil going up so I can get a better price on those eventually, but I'm just waiting for that. Well, right at this 420 here, so just holding off for a little bit. And we're right at daily fair value on NQ. Coming right to the bottom of opening range on ES here. So seeing how this reacts. Not quite there on NQ. We're just where we keep hitting our head at this 200 area on NQ. And start at that halfway back, 618 for the next leg down. That's where I'm hesitant on jumping in long. Have first hour levels coming in here soon.
fair value is going to be right here where we are.
Right there, yep. 166 is what I've got. On ES, I mean, it's if we spend a little bit more time right here, it's going to be at like 16, 13 to 16. We're just going to be right in that kind of chop zone.
The issue is the fair value zone is going to be 100 points wide.
Yeah, let's draw it up manually here. Yeah, we'll do it on really rough here. Yeah, it's 100 points. You're right. I mean, and then we're really looking for it. I mean, it'll roughly come to, it's going to break the short fib to keep going up, but we're going to hit our head on this OR, or potentially hit our head, or double bottom and looking for it to continue down to daily fair value low. Choppy day so far. I mean, there is a big range. There's a big range here. That's 200 points. It's crazy, but that's 200 points, and could just play that, but. There's a little push. See if we can break through to that 200 on NQ. I mean, if we break 200, it's looking good. There it is, 196. See if they can hold that 200 or if they smack it back down.
Yeah, I struggle because I like to look for reaction, but the reaction is 50 points of the move.
I know, the reactions right now are too much. Like you said, the smallest candle is 20 points. That's why I've been looking at MES more and switching back to my live account, my broker account, whatever you want to call it. It's too volatile right now for me to be playing with MES on a smaller account. I just took a payout and threw it in a new one. If it's the larger account, no problem, but I'm not going to go through 100 points on a micro on NQ or M&Q yet. Got to see how we react at this 227. 23 on yes there. Kind of at this double top area where we hit our head, this 25. Also, OR mid in the 200 on ES. This is a kind of far
end. Fair value high on ES also.
Thank you. Yes, it is. Got a little wall here on ES all the way from 28 to 30, and then another decent wall at 35. See if it gets through it. We're breaking through it on in Q here. Let's see how we react at this 250 area. Halfway back to that larger move. There's our little
push. This in real time, but that low was the European levels going all the way from one end to the other. On NQ.
Let's see, it's pushing nice. You gotta see how this reacts at 35 here on yes. I mean, I'm honestly skeptical of this just because of oil and VIX not breaking low. But we are definitely.
I'm also skeptical because usually
double top right here.
The sentiment of the news candle eventually takes hold during the session.
Yeah, and we are kind of double topped on ES here, or SPX, I should say. Yeah, I am skeptical. Not that means anything, but I am skeptical.
What I think should happen has been a very unreliable signal lately.
Yeah, it's been a challenge, I'll say. I mean, I'm gonna sell just two real quick. Micros stops are at 38. Targeting first hour fair value here. I'm gonna have this be at 1650. Just looking at Bookmap. We're right at that 200 on the 2 minute. Hit our head on that. Once this gets back below the OR, I'm going to trail a little more aggressively here. Because we may catch at 20. Oil still climbing. There it is within Q just a little bit. A little wall here at 25 that we're going to have to break through if we continue down. Let's pull up first hour levels here. We're at it daily. Initial premium. First hour initial premium, I should say. Nice big wall at 32 though, and then at 35 on Bookmap. And there's room down to 410, but we'll see. See if we break through this 25 here.
And Q, we have the POC joining us here.
Yeah, finally shifting. A little bit of a wall at 24. I'm going to take on my live account one here. Is this 25.75? Just being a little tighter with that account, but this still looks good. As long as we don't break back over this point of control and launch over the OR, we'll be good. We still got that nice wall at 30 and 35. Nice little halfway back right there. I know it's such a small time frame. I don't love that. Relying on those too much, but see if this kind of hits its head. The 30 is that 618. That's what it looks like it'll do on Bookmap unless it gets absorbed up.
VIX just punched through finally.
No.
But it did then run into the overnight low, so it's possible that's all it's got.
We'll see here. Like I said, we got this little wall at like 32 and 35. If it punches through that, I've got my stops just over 35, just in case it sweeps just a little bit, but I don't love that VIX punch through right there. The wall at 300 on NQ here lines up with kind of ES with this 35 area, 32 to 35. Right at that 200 still. We are over it now on, let me flip to the 2. Let's say I run that on the 2. We're almost to that on NQ. VIX just punched through right there. Got oil coming down.
Only has like half a tick until it's double bottom.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, I'm not cutting this one yet. If this really breaks, I mean, Bookmap still looks good here. You know, we could take one here at 25. I'll take one here at 23. We'll tighten this up. You know what? Take one here at 25. tighten this up. And we're going to put our buy stop at high, this little high that we just made at 32. Then it'll be a wash if it takes us out. I'm doing that over here on Mr. Live account just to be safe here. I'm just gonna put my stop at break even on that one. So I'm totally fine with that. I'll just let this thing cook all day if this goes. I'm gonna have this TP at 74.02 and stop to cover commissions at entry here. So basically my stop is at our entry right here. So I'm gonna let this guy cook. See if she wants to go. If we get back down to this 15, that's where I'll trail my stop a little bit more. I'm down to about 20. And once we get to that first hour fair value at 16.
Just toe tapped on fair value high.
Gut tells me we're going to get there, but maybe get stopped. But, that's okay. We're right at that OR low right there. So, again, looking for that first hour fair value at 16. See that going down to about 10, really, if we can hit that and break it. Live account, I've got that. It's just one contract like this. I mean, it's running down to 402, 4025-ish. Take it or leave it. Once I see this thing break down to fair value, I'm just going to trail the buy stop down. But right now it's just at break even. That little tiny baby account I just took a payout and it's already up, I don't know, 40% in a week. It's so silly. You can only get that with a small account. There's no way you do that with size, but see if we can break through this 22. Nice little pullback right there. Retest the 200 and right to halfway back there. Only problem with this is we are holding the bottom of OR. Don't love that. NQ's holding that 21, but we'll see here. I mean, oil is coming back down too. Got my stops right here just at 29 even. Still a pretty big wall up at 35, but we're going to get tagged. Looks like it. Let's see if this guy's still open. That was really close. Still open. Tagged. So is this on the day? Yeah, flat. So yeah, this should exit 35 here. So another alert on VIX here. Let's see if this actually breaks here. Daily point of control over on NQ is at 41. Yes, we've still got it all the way down at 16. I'm going to tag in just with one here. Stops at 32. Looking for 16, so about 10 points. Retesting that point of control up here on ES. We got VIX climbing, so we got AD coming back down. And this right now is right at that kind of 707 area. So I'm going to add my second contract here. Same stop. bookmap real quick for that. Yeah, I like stops at 33. I'll take this first guy off at 22.75. We get that break of that. Should see a nice little move down to that 16. Tesla has a nice little double top up here from Monday. It looks like that's also coming down right now. And like I said, we've got AD in the negative. It's starting to curl back down more negative. We got VIX climbing. The only thing I don't love is oil's coming down too. Right at that OR. At the top of OR on ES. In Q, we're just kind of smack in the middle. We are in that short draw on NQ here. For ES, where they're also, let me draw that up over here on the bigger time frame. Kind of right in that golden pocket on both NQ and ES. 618 is at 33. Got some buyers sitting right at like this 22 area, so that's why I've kind of got this at this 22.75 for that first TP. Potential bounce right there if we get there. And we're coming up into profit taking time, so it'll be interesting to see if people want to get out. Which way this pushes. Definitely a lot of consolidation right here at the OR though. With that data, I'm surprised that we've bought back all this way. Just kind of consolidating. Testing out these highs just to our left here. We have a wall at 35. I'm actually going to move this up to 36 here. It still looks good. If we break 35, there's a lot of room up. But these highs to our left here. I'm looking at NQ and our right there also. This 300, 300 could really stop that guy. So I don't want to get top ticked out here. With only 2, I'm okay with that risk. But if we blast through 35, it's definitely a no-go. So we are right or close. So 36.50 is my stop right now. I'm adding that third contract here. If this breaks up, I mean, we're only risking a couple points on that third, but that could be a really nice runner if this does decide to break back down. So. Again, kind of got this wall at 35.50. I'm watching. If that gets bought up, we overshoot the highs to the left. Then we'll see probably that 44, I would imagine, our prior highs. You got VIX still coming up here. Oil coming down though, so that could be driving us up right there. Still looking for that 22 if this can't break above this 35. 22, 23 area. Got VIX still climbing. I've got AD still coming down. Only thing kind of against us is this oil coming. Coming down here. Let's take a look over here at NQ again. NQ looks good if it breaks below 290. Not until then, really. But break 290, and that could be good on that side. testing out that 300 over here on NQ, and this 30 area over here on ES. Need to get back into the OR for us on this play. We're close to getting tagged out here. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I think, yeah, but down about 100 today on that. It's not horrible. Not how I want it to be, but not horrible. So I think I'm going to call it for the morning here, and we'll see how this kind of materializes. If there is something really good here later in the day or this afternoon, I'll make sure to alert it. And yeah, with this right here, I'm kind of looking to see, okay, do we get up to this 40, 43 area, our prior highs? You know, are we going to hit our heads there? Does this just keep going and making new all-time highs? And kind of pushing for that. So just kind of watching that. We do have VIX rising here, so that's definitely an interesting thing also. So kind of what I'm looking at here, you know, we are kind of coming to that profit-taking time. And so I'd like to give this probably 15, 20 minutes and see what happens here. But I do believe I'll be done for probably about the next half hour here on this. And then, like I said, if there is something, I'll throw it in the channel. But yeah, I think that's how we'll play today. So, does anybody have any questions or anything we can go over real quick? Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later. Just let me know. All right, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.